Hello students, so how's it going now? Studying at your home through online classes? It's very good. So once again I welcome you all in my new video from class 8, and students, this is the third video from the chapter Microorganisms and Viruses, Friend and Foe. I hope you all have completed the assignments of previous video in which we have seen how microorganisms are helpful for us in variety of field, like in food industry, in vinegar or wine industry, in agricultural field or in medical field, and how they are going to clean our environment. So today we are going to see the other aspect, other side of the microorganisms, in which we will discuss how the microorganisms are going to create some adverse effect for us. So let's start today's topic with harmful microorganisms. Students, a variety of microorganisms are present in our surrounding, and out of these microorganisms, many of the microorganisms are going to harm us by two ways. The first one is by causing the disease in our body or in plants or animals' body, since they are the natural resources which are given by nature to us. So they are going to create many of the deadly diseases in plants, animals, including us, and in this way they are going to harm us. Other one is what? They are going to spoil our food materials, clothing and leather materials too. So first we will see the disease causing microbes. A variety of microorganisms present in our surrounding are responsible to cause various diseases in plants, animals and humans too. So the microbes which cause disease in any body, they are known as pathogens or germs, and these pathogens may enter in a healthy body through contaminated food. Contaminated food means a food that is infected by these pathogens or germs, since we all, humans and animals, are obtaining our food from the external surrounding. So it may possible that when we are going to ingest the food inside our body, these microbes can get a chance to enter in our body, and since they can cause disease. The next method is what? Through direct physical contact. If a healthy person is going to be in contact with an infected person, so it may possible during the physical interaction that the microbes can transfer from one person to another person through carriers. A number of small organisms like insects, mosquitoes and rats and even the dogs also work as a carrier for microorganisms, since these small organisms are going to transfer these microbes from an infected person to a healthy person, so they are known as carriers. So again, through carriers, many of the microbes or the pathogens can get enter into a healthy person. And the last one is through fomite. Actually, fomite are the substances like bed or utensils or chair or comb or towel, which is used by infected person. So if the healthy person is using the same fomite, same utensils or comb, so there is a chance of being infected from the same disease that is caused to the infected person. So through these ways, microorganisms can get enter to a healthy person's body. So now we will see if these microbes are responsible to cause any disease in the body. So what do we call to such type of diseases which are caused by microorganisms? Actually, these diseases are known as communicable diseases, and you have knowledge from your previous class that the diseases which can transmit from one person to another person are known as communicable diseases, since these are caused by microbes, and microbes are living beings which are able to move from one place to another place, whether through the help of air, water, or through the help of these carriers. So they can transmit from one person to another person, and few of the examples of such type of diseases which are caused in human beings are like tuberculosis, common cold, typhoid, malaria, cholera, diarrhea, and so on. A number of diseases are caused in our body by many of the microorganisms. So we will discuss about them later in the chapter. So the next topic is, what is the mode of transmission of these diseases? How these diseases are going to infect a healthy person? So the two modes are there of transmission. The first one is direct and another one is indirect mode of transmission. So first we will see direct transmission. In direct method, you can see directly the microbes can transmit from an infected person to a healthy person by physical contact. Students, you all are locked down at your home. And what is the reason behind this lockdown situation? Yes, you are absolutely correct, because a deadly virus is roaming outside our home that is known as what? Coronavirus. And this virus can transmit from an infected person to a healthy person by physical interaction if the persons are going to interact together. So you can see many more diseases are there like leprosy or conjunctivitis, which can transmit from an infected person to a healthy person just by only having a physical interaction. So the next method is droplet infection. Again, the corona will come in this method also. Droplet means you have seen perhaps the advertisements in your television of Dettol and such type of antiseptic hand wash that are available in market, that during the classroom when any student is going to sneeze or cough, the droplets are going to roam through the air and they are going to infect the other students also, which are having weak immune system. So again, these microbes, since they are very small in size, so they can transmit from an infected person to a healthy person through the droplet infection by coughing or sneezing. Some examples of this type of diseases which can transmit through droplets are again tuberculosis or whooping cough. The last one of this method is infected needle or syringe. It is advised to the persons that never use infected needle or syringe, and the doctors also avoid the used needle to inject some other persons, because many of the viruses can transmit from infected person to a healthy person just because of the use of the already used syringe or needle. And a very deadly disease that is known as AIDS can also transfer by the blood transfusion through infected needle or syringe. So we will see the next mode, indirect method, in which the microbes can transmit through contaminated food and water. Students, you may have advised at your home by your elders, and some of the time the teachers also advise you that do not purchase or buy the food items from the road vendors which are having their food materials open and not covered, because the microbes are roaming here and there in the presence of air, and when these microbes are going to settle or come in contact with these food materials, they are going to infect that food material. So microbes can indirectly transmit from an infected person to a healthy person, or directly to a healthy person from the environment or surrounding, just because of the contaminated food and water. And it is also advised to you not to drink uncovered water. Always drink the potable water that was filtered and covered properly. So the next method is through carriers or vectors. A number of small microorganisms present in our surrounding help in the transfer of these microbes from an infected person to a healthy person. So, these organisms are known as carriers or vectors. The most common example of the carrier for these communicable diseases in human being is common house fly. Students, you may have observed these flies roaming and sitting on the garbages and waste materials like cow dung or human waste, and when these flies are going to come in contact with uncovered food material, they are going to transfer these germs from that waste materials or garbages from our food items. So when any healthy person is going to take that contaminated food, that is going to become infected. One most common example may you have observed of a female Anopheles mosquito, which is responsible to cause a disease known as malaria. Actually, when this female mosquito is going to suck the blood of any infected person, so these microbes, a specific microbe that is known as Plasmodium, related with a group of microorganisms that is known as protozoan. So this parasite is going to transfer into the mosquito, and when the same mosquito is going to suck the blood of any healthy person, this mosquito injected the Plasmodium parasite into the healthy person's body. So by this phenomenon, with the help of carriers, again communicable diseases can transfer indirectly from an infected person to a healthy person's body. The last method in the indirect method is through fomite. Diseases like measles and smallpox can also transmit from an infected person to a healthy person from the materials used by them. Like if a healthy person is going to use the towel, or he is going to share the same bed of infected person or their utensils, so there is a chance of being infected from the same disease to a healthy person also. So it's very important for us to know the preventive measures to avoid these communicable diseases. So in the next topic, we are going to see what are the measures through which we can protect ourselves from being infected through these communicable diseases. So the first and foremost method is what? Maintaining personal and community hygiene. Remember students, personal hygiene along with the community hygiene. So if our surrounding will be neat and clean, and if the person himself will be very hygienic, so by maintaining hygiene we can avoid the growth of these germs, and if the germs will not get suitable condition, they will not grow and they will not affect the healthy person. Next one is proper medicines to kill germs. If suppose any person is infected by these communicable diseases, then that person must take proper medication with consultation of a professional doctor, so to avoid the disease from his body. And the last one is by killing the carriers. Students, you may have seen the advertisements in the television that mosquito repellent all out or something like this are available in the market, because these are the carriers for diseases. So we have to use net while sleeping to the bed, and these mosquito repellent cream or machines through which we can propel or we can protect ourselves from these carriers. So that was all from today's topic, means harmful microbes which are able to cause diseases in humans, and how we are going to protect ourselves and their mode of transmission. In the next video, we will see what is the harmful impact of microbes in field of our food materials or clothing. So at the end of today's video, I will provide you few assignments related to today's discussion. I hope you all will be able to solve them. So till then, take care of yourself and be safe.